So you're thinking of moving to Kansas City and the surrounding areas like Shawnee, Kansas, but you have some questions about the area. How do you get around? What are some key points of interest? What are the places to go? So in this video, we're gonna give you a full map tour of Shawnee, Kansas, how to go from like Shawnee to the airport, how to go from Shawnee to downtown Kansas City, also how to get out to Chiefs and Royal Stadiums, and some really cool spots around Shawnee. So make sure you stick around to the very end. I'll share those with you as a bonus of some of the hot spots of Shawnee and the Kansas City area that lots of people like to go to. You definitely don't want to miss that. And we're gonna get after it right now. If this is your first time on our channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Kansas City and the surrounding areas like Shawnee, Kansas, then make sure that you subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know about the current market here in Kansas City as well as Shawnee, Kansas. Hello, my name is Jimmy Ezell. My wife Nikki and I are part of the Living in Kansas City team, and every single day we get phone calls, text messages, and emails from people just like you and you and you. And so whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 months, feel free to reach out to us as all of our contact information is in the description box below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Kansas City and the surrounding areas like Shawnee, Kansas. And so let's jump into my computer. Let's take a look around and I'm gonna give you a full map tour of Shawnee and show you all the little cool places and how to get around Shawnee, Kansas. Here we go. All right, so let's jump into my computer. Before we jump into it, though, I want to share with you a little bit about Shawnee, Kansas. You know, it was established in 1856, and currently today there's over about 67,000 people that live in Shawnee. Now, like if you've seen any of the other videos, like I've told you, I'm a little bit partial or jaded towards Shawnee because that is where we raised our children. We have a ton of friends that live in Shawnee, very familiar with it. We have lots of clients that have bought homes, bought and sold in Shawnee. And so it's just a great community. Make sure that you find our pros and cons of Shawnee, Kansas, as well as our neighborhood tour, because that gives us more information about whether you want to live in Shawnee or not. It's one of the best cities, especially in the suburban area of City on the Johnson County side to raise a family. We had a great experience in Shawnee, and we actually go there all the time to eat and still visit friends. And as a matter of fact, I mean, there's a lot that we still do in Shawnee, even though we don't live there anymore. We live a little bit out in the country. And so let's jump into Google Maps here and show you guys all about Shawnee, Kansas and the surrounding areas. So here we go. Let me share my screen. We'll get right into it. Okay, so this is actually Shawnee, Kansas here. Let me do this so you guys get an idea of where it is. So you can see all the red boundaries is going to be Shawnee, okay? And notice here it goes along the river here. It takes out Lake Quivira there. I forgot to share that with you. And then if you go here and see the boundaries of it, this will be important because around it you have Overland Park. And that's it. These are big suburbs actually. And of course you have Lake Quivira up here. You have Edwardsville and Bonner Spring. It's all literally around where Shawnee is located. So let me show you this, take it out a little bit more so you guys can see. All the red is still Shawnee. So this is where Shawnee is located in terms of Kansas City. And you can see right here is that from where Shawnee is located it's basically on the southwest side of the Metroplex here. Let's pull out a little bit more. I want to show you guys in terms of some traffic things to be on the lookout for. So where Shawnee is located, one of the things that you'll see is that 435 is one of the major loops, and you can see that it goes like this, okay? And what ends up happening is this is very important because this will help you get around the city a little further. And then there's also the 470 loop, which goes a little further out, right? And so you'll see that also, the 435 loop, especially if you're trying to get to over here to Independence, Blue Springs area, will be very helpful. And then of course, when you're trying to get to the airport, the 435 loop from Shawnee will get you to the airport as well. So let me just show you what that looks like, you know, in terms of getting there. All right, let's do this. There it is. Okay, and then let's do directions. So Shawnee. Okay, so here's how you get to the airport, everybody, because this is always very important for people, especially clients that live in Shawnee. A lot of young families, corporate executives, people like that, people that travel. And so one of the things you'll find out is that you'll see the map is telling you to take the inside route here to the airport. I will tell you that I personally, because I do travel quite a bit, is I actually take the 435 loop around, because the reason why is because it will save you time, right? So even though it's only 30 minutes through downtown, but there's no traffic this way, and even this is about 30 miles, 30 minutes. And so what will end up happening is if it's a day where you have to get up there in the morning, you're facing traffic or coming home, just keep that in mind. Especially since Shawnee is on the western side of Kansas City, you can always take the 435 loop to get to the airport. Okay, so you got that. Let's also do, so we've got the airport, and we cover downtown as well. So you guys can see that. You can see from where Shawnee is that you'll just basically take, there's a couple ways. You can just take 35 all the way down, okay? You want to take 35 all the way down. It's not going to take an hour. Hold on one second. It's by bus. Take the transit down there. If you go by car, 12 minutes, you know, it's 35 to downtown. During rush hour traffic, things like that, or on the way back, just make sure you allocate a little bit of time. One good thing about Kansas City and Shawnee being out in the suburbs is that still our commute times are some of the lowest in the country. So you'll appreciate that because there's just a lot of feeders coming into downtown to get people in and out of there. So you got about a 12-15 minute drive to downtown. And then one other thing that I want to show you guys is Arrowhead Stadium. This is going to be important because a lot of Chiefs fans and Royals fans. So you see here, you can take the route to downtown and then just come over to 70. So this is your 35 all the way to 70 through downtown, and then you get to Yeehaw or Arrowhead Stadium. And the other route, though, of course, is you can take actually 435 to get there as well. So we come out a little bit, because if you, depending on where you live in Shawnee, you may want to take the 435 route, and that is this route here. So depending on where you live in Shawnee, you may just jump on this to avoid traffic. You come to the south side of it as well. And it doesn't have that much time, just so you know. A lot of people will still take that route because it's, depending on where they live, especially. So you've got those two routes to Arrowhead Stadium. And then another one that's downtown. So for a lot of people, let me just share with you guys also KC Current. This is the new women's soccer team. And this one, you probably want to take 35 all the way down because it's a straight shot into the stadium. You go through downtown. Like I said, it's about, what, 15 minutes drive from Shawnee. If you're on the eastern side of Shawnee, this is taking you from downtown area of Shawnee. But if you're on the western side, it may take you a little longer. You add another 15-20 minutes on there as well. All right, so that's that. The other thing that if you're out in Shawnee, one of the things that you'll want to probably also know is the Legends outlet malls. A lot of people in Shawnee go to this. It's a straight shot up to 435. This is up in the Kansas City, Kansas area, or Piper area. There's great restaurants, lots of things up there. A couple of my favorite restaurants. Big Buster's is up there. There's a steakhouse up there. There's also now a Korean barbecue up there. We also have Sticks up there, which is like Japanese hibachi. So lots of good restaurants up there. And then of course shopping galore, Polo outlets up there, Victoria's Secret. Just a bunch of different stores, and so up in the Legends area. So you've got that. And then another place that a lot of people will shop, of course, is Overland Park. We call it Overland Park Mall. And that is not that far from Shawnee, depending on where you live in Shawnee. And you know, you're talking about a 10-15 minute drive, and you just hop down there, and you know, there it is, the mall. What you do is just take 35 south, get there, or of course, if you're where you're getting at. But once that mall, all indoors, eating places around there. BD Mongolian Grill is right next door to it. A lot of great places to go there as well in terms of the mall. And let me see, what else do I want to show you guys on the map? Oh, another thing that's really popular here is like our Country Club Plaza. And so from people that live out in Shawnee, we love going to the plaza. Some of your high-end shops are there. Lots of great eating. Some of our best restaurants in the city are there. We've got some high-end restaurants that are down at the plaza as well. At Christmas time, the lights are beautiful at the Country Club Plaza. They turn them on Thanksgiving night, and then they're on all the way through Christmas, past Christmas, and you can go down there. It's really cool. So Plaza, once again, going through downtown a little bit right before you go downtown, it has its own little area, and another 16-20 minute drive down to the plaza, but a lot of fun down there as well. Let's see, you've got to cover that. I think that's some of your high points for you. Let me scroll out a little bit to just put it in perspective. So here's Shawnee, and just so you know, to the west of Shawnee is Lawrence, Kansas. And this is important for people that be KU fans, because that's where KU is headquartered. And you can see there's actually 2 ways to get into Lawrence. There's going to be, if you take 70 all the way through, there's going to be a toll there, so just heads up on that. Or you want to take K10, because people in Shawnee will actually jump on K10 all the way into Lawrence as well. There's also that there's a couple of lakes that a lot of people on the western side of the city love to go to. For all of you lake folks like us, you've got Perry Lake up here, and then down here is Clinton Lake as well. Okay, so you've got those there as well. So Clinton Lake and Perry Lake. Let me do that again for you. So here is Perry Lake, and then this one is Clinton Lake, and they're not too far from Shawnee. A lot of people, and in the Johnson County suburbs, those are a couple of lakes that are real close that people love to go to. And then there's also one other lake down here, Hillsdale Lake. All right, and once again, people in Shawnee, Overland Park, Lenexa, Leawood, they'll come down to this lake as well. So I wanted to show you guys that from a bigger perspective. So the good thing about Kansas City is that where Shawnee is located, you have easy access because of the highway system of 435 and 35 kind of intersecting all of Shawnee there. And then I also want to show you that in Shawnee, when we zoom in here a little bit, there's 2 major really streets that go into Shawnee, and that is Shawnee Mission Park as well as Johnson Drive. These both basically go through the entire part of Shawnee. You can kind of see that, right? And then of course you've got Shawnee Mission Parkway, but these all basically go through the entire city to both K7 all the way. K7 is a great entrance into the west side of Shawnee. 435 kind of cuts it from the eastern side of Shawnee and from the western side. And so those are a couple major highways for you major streets to be familiar with. Johnson Drive as well as Shawnee Mission Parkway. All right, so let's do this. Now we've got those covered. A couple things about Shawnee. You can see that it covers quite a bit of square footage here, landmass, and you'll see on the eastern side as I go through this, a couple things. This is where the old part of Shawnee started here. You'll see right here is Newman and Johnson Drive is basically the downtown area of Shawnee. Okay, you can see it actually starts around here from Shawnee Mission Parkway all the way up to this area. This is kind of like our old downtown. You'll see several restaurants and breweries, local breweries there. As a matter of fact, there's in downtown, there's 4 craft beers in Shawnee. 3 of them are downtown. You can see them here. There's Service. I know it's spelled differently, but they still like to call it Service. Transport, and then also Friction Beer Company as well. These are like, if you're big into local breweries, that we definitely have those there in Shawnee. And then let's see, this is the City Hall building right here. So you can see that. McLean's is really good for especially breakfast. I like that place. And Sushi Mito is unlimited sushi downtown, so be on the lookout for that. You've got that. Oh, here's Herman Laird Park. Let me show you this. This park is actually where the Shawneetown 1929 Museum is at, but also this is where the whole old Shawnee days. This place gets packed out. A lot of people come support that right here in Herman Laird Park. Get there. They've got the rides and the carnival, things like that. Carnival rides type of stuff that happens there for the old Shawnee days. All right, so you come back out a little bit more. So remember, that's Johnson Drive. Oh, I almost forgot. There's Splash Cove as well as Thompson Aquatic Center. These are so this one's going to be for a lot of younger kids go here, and then this is a full-blown aquatic center, world class, top of the line, and so a lot of kids go there. We're raised in Shawnee, and so the Thomas Aquatic Center, we would come over there and spend hours and hours, and get sunburned and all that fun stuff. So you've got that as well for all the families. Shawnee has done a good job of having lots of activities for families and then lots of things like this, aquatic centers
and a splash coat for families as well. Then of course you got a lot of parks, and I'll cover that here in a second. So kind of come out a little bit more. Once again, major highways. I want to show you some really cool highlights for Shawnee as well. Oh, before I forget too, I'll put up on this video a walking map of downtown. So we'll put that up now, the walking map of downtown. That way you can see that there's also, I'll pull up a list of the downtown locations. You can see that because there's a lot of people like coming through the downtown area and seeing that, eating restaurants, going to the local breweries and things like that. So a lot of fun stuff to do there. All right, now when you look at Shawnee, one of the things you'll find out is this is like the older part, the right side, or the eastern side of Shawnee, as you're looking at the screen here. And then the western side is a lot of the newer part of Shawnee, okay? So one of the things that I want to show you, before I forget, see this big land of water? This is actually Shawnee Mission Park, okay? And this is a great place. I've got another video. It's our vlog tour where I do a little stop here, but we'll show you some clips of this right now. Just look at Shawnee Mission. Gorgeous, great place to go and spend time with a family. Take out the paddle boats. If you like stand-up paddle boards, you can take yours out there. If you have dogs, there's a dog park. We'll put a little video of our dogs, our kids' dogs playing out there. We'll show that now. And then what's great about Shawnee Mission Park is that a lot of people go there, but also real close is the theater in the park. And that is an awesome venue. We've seen many of these plays there, and basically it's an outdoor theater, local, and sometimes some famous people do the plays and the musicals, all that kind of stuff. And it's just it's beautiful. You bring your blanket or your chair and just lay out. You can bring your food into the park, and it's just a lot of fun. So once again, Shawnee does an incredible job of having a lot of cool things for families. It's not, you won't necessarily see a lot of clubs, things like that. You'll have to go downtown, but for families and just hanging out with family and friends, a lot of eateries and things like that as we go through it. Okay. All right. So let me show you also what else. So I wanted to show you the theater and park. The Shawnee Mission Park is here. Also I want to show you. Let me do this because there's a lot of soccer. Soccer is a big deal in Shawnee, as well as baseball fields. And so one of them is Swarner Park. Our kids played soccer here from, when our first oldest daughter used to play soccer here. I remember this was her first one. They used to be called the Bees. So they played there. Okay, here we go. So so you've got Aachen Fieldhouse. Is indoor facility for volleyball, basketball, things like that. But not too far from it is the Kansas City Ice Center. This is where people can go ice skating. Of course, we have hockey there. Shawnee Mission Beach Volleyball. I was in a league there for a while until I tore my knee, but my kids still play there. It's a lot of fun. Now, the Mid-America Sports Complex, and I'll see if I can pop up some video here for you. Now, this is a very well-known complex. Lots of tournaments are held here, regional tournaments, championship tournaments. Is a very, very nice field. We'll show you some video clip of that is right here as well. And so you've got that. Let me see what else I want to just highlight for you. You can see it when you go onto the map, all these restaurants on the western side as well. Nick and Jake's, we eat there a lot. Sombreros, we eat there a lot. And my buddies and I will golf at Shawnee Golf and Country Club. So there's there. My grandkids go to this school here, Maranatha Christian Academy. So lots of stuff happening here in Western Shawnee. Oh, the 3-2 baseball complex also. This is, once again, very regional tournaments, things like that. One of my nieces plays here, as well as Mid-America Sports Complex. So they're, softball, baseball, those are really big in Western Shawnee places as well for people. And so you've got that. So outdoor sports is a big deal especially for families if they're playing soccer and baseball and football, all those type of things. They will, especially soccer and baseball and softball. There's other fields for football a little further south, unless they're going to play like at Maranatha, or they're going to play at the high school or like Mill Valley. in Shawnee or Shawnee Mission Northwest. All right, so those are a couple of the high schools that people, that residents would go to. Okay, now, so we've covered that. Let's see here, what else I want to show? Okay, so what you'll end up seeing is I want to pull up from a housing standpoint, real estate standpoint, and also some growth. Let me pull this up for you guys and enter in. You can see this. Okay, so I ran a search. Here we go. I ran a search for homes for sale, and in Shawnee. All right, so let me pull it in, zoom in a little bit. So this is all the homes for sale in Shawnee today, 400,000 to $1 million. That way, give you guys a good scope of where the houses are being sold. So we have a few homes here on the east side. Now, the eastern side, of course, was established first, so a little bit older. But you can see there are still some pretty nice homes here on this side. But you can see that there's more clusters here on the western side of Shawnee. So once you get past basically Woodland, you can see here, because this is a lot of green space here. But once you get past Woodland, and then there are some incredible subdivisions: Gray Oaks, Hillcrest Farm, Woodland, Greenview Ridge. I mean, all these subdivisions, Highland Ridge, Chapel Creek. I mean, there's just a ton here. But this is where all of the growth, a lot of homes are. This is where a lot of subdivisions are. Mill Valley and High School is over here. DeSoto High School. All these students go to those two schools. They're all part of the USD 232 school district. But you can see there's a bit more clusters of homes for sale on this western side of Shawnee. This is actually where we lived as well. Gray Oaks, another great subdivision. Brittany Ridge. These are all great subdivisions. Lots of family, lots of community. They typically will have HOAs. They do events in these places. Most of them have neighborhood pools, and they also have the neighborhood parks as well, that you can be part of and have some fun there with your family. So great neighborhoods. But you can see, like I said, these clusters, that's where most of your growth is happening in Shawnee. All right, and so you want to make sure that you're aware of that. Okay, so lots of growth there and more subdivisions, and you can see there's new construction happening here. Make sure you check out our neighborhood vlog tour, and I'll give you an idea of the pricing on some of these. There's like this. Some of these subdivisions are really starting to take off. Here's Shawnee Mission Park, and then you can see like, look at all these homes being built here. This subdivision is really taking off. Some of these new ones here. So I wanted to show you that. Let me pull that back out now. And so a couple things about Shawnee itself too is that, once again, these highway systems make it very, very easy to get around. You've got a major highway with Highway 7 coming through right through the city on the western side, 435, another easy access. And then, like I told you, to get to downtown, right, you've got Shawnee Mission Parkway, as well as Johnson Drive, and those are the ones that will get you to the other side. We'll get you back over to 35, Interstate 35, and get you flowing all throughout the town. So I think I covered mostly everything about Shawnee. A little map tour for all of you. I think especially if you're looking to move to Shawnee and you're looking for still that community feel, but easy access to everything, and of course being able just to drive into the bigger city, you've definitely got that with Shawnee. Like I said, I loved raising our children in Shawnee. We still have tons of friends there. We still go there and eat quite a bit as well. Lots of good restaurants. And Shawnee Mission Parkway is loaded. You can go from the west side all the way to the east side, all the way to 35, and you'll find restaurants along there. Also, your major places like, let me pull in here. Like if you start from the west side of K7, all right, so there's of course restaurants here, Nick and Jake's and Bros, that whole area. But then once you start getting over here past 435, you'll notice Lowe's is there, Home Depot's here, Walmart, Target. This is a big area right here, right after 435 and Shawnee Mission Parkway. And then of course, as you just continue on, there's tons of places. Blind Box is really good. Johnny's is over here as well. Let's see if it pulls up. They're over here. And then Hawaiian Brothers, we eat there. First Watch, we eat there. Pine Bamboo, we eat there. There's ice cream coming up here pretty soon. I don't know if it's sure. Panera Bread, of course. That's another one. So yeah, we're very, very familiar, and I'll take you all the way to 35. So,
all right, so that wraps up our tour of Shawnee, Kansas. So if you're looking to buy or sell in Shawnee, we'd love to help you with that. You know, we've got a great team that's been having lots of success in getting buyers' offers accepted, as well as sellers selling their homes in record time. You know, we utilize some strategies that others don't to benefit our buyers and sellers more. And so that way, you know, we love seeing our clients happy, enjoying the process. And so I hope this video helped you out. And if you live in Shawnee, we'd love to hear from you as well. You know, what you loved about the video, if there's any places that we missed, or what you love about Shawnee, drop those in the comments as well so others can see them and get some information from you as well. So whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 months, make sure you reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to Shawnee, Kansas. Give us a call, send us a text, or schedule a Zoom. All of our information is in the box below. Remember, our wish for you is that your buying and selling process is seamless so that you can focus on creating more memories for yourself and your family, and that you love living in Kansas City as much as we do. Until then, we hope to see you around town. See you then.